The Neighborhood, starring Cedric the Entertainer and Max Greenfield, returns for its second season Monday on CBS. Joining me now is Cedric, who plays Calvin Butler on the show. Welcome.
Hey, how are you? Good.
This is the first time I've gotten to meet you. I watch you all the time.
Oh,
that's what I got. I watch you all the time. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen the show, tell us what it's about.
The Neighborhood, it's a show about a Midwest family, the Johnsons, played by Max Greenfield and Beth Bears, moving into a predominantly black neighborhood in Los Angeles. And I play a fairly set in his ways, kind of don't want the neighborhood to change, you know, old school guy, Calvin Butler, and my wife, Tashina Arnold, and I have two adult sons, and then they have a little kid. And it's just about, it's the age difference and gentrification and how people kind of grow and come to learn about each other. So in the Neighborhood.
I think that's so timely.
Yeah. You
know, such a timely topic and different for TV.
Yeah, you know, it does feel like that. I mean, you know, we definitely feel like a time where people are, you know, kind of asked to have these kind of divisive attitudes towards other races and cultures and all of that. And we thought it was just a really important show to show what it's like, how if we live together and learned from each other, you know, you'll realize there are more things that we have in common than we do in differences. But you know, that show that is a slow growth. It is a thing that people have to learn to get in there and know thy neighbor, if you will.
What kind of reaction have you gotten?
It's been really positive. People really, you know, the people seem to be really attracted and like the show. We try to stay funny, even though we say some important things. And so, you know, one of the big things that I got, which will attack this this season, is not making light of gentrification, of how it does displace some people when the neighborhood starts to change. And so we want to make sure we kind of address those kind of issues, and we'll do that in a very cool way throughout this season.
Now, you've been entertaining people for decades, and you've done everything: talk shows, movies, stand-up,
game shows.
Have you done, do you have a favorite?
You know, I mean, the stand-up is still, it's that first love, so it's the thing that, you know, you get the most immediate reaction from. It's the one that comes without a lot of producers, you know, so it's just you and your thoughts. And so I still love it. I still go out, you know, a few times a month just to perform live and get that energy. So that's one of my favorites. But of course, you know, to be able to do a character like Calvin Butler, where you get to play a person that says what he thinks, and he just can be gruff, and then he has to kind of learn a lesson, is always fun.
Well, I love reading about your background. I know you're from St. Louis, and your heart is still in St. Louis. You really give so much. Tell me about the program you have there for kids.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, we do a scholarship program that's great for kids, and then you know, this matter of fact, this Saturday, through the work I do with Milwaukee Health Services in the Midwest, we're giving coats for the wintertime, really, you know, giving back. So it's a thing called Laughter for the Soul that I do with them, and this is going to be great. And again, this is me just giving love, of course, and I have a women's health pavilion with my mother's name on it. So it's all about me just kind of wanting to show, she was a single parent, raised us, so I just kind of believe in those things, and that's where I work really hard to make sure I can support and give back in that way.
Well, I think so many people, young people, look up to you and want to be you when they get older. What kind of advice do you have to them?
You know, I think, you know, you have to be a dreamer, but you have to recognize that it takes hard work to get anywhere. So don't let your dream just be something that sits on the table. Activate it. And, you know, I tell people that, you know, and no matter how long it takes, it's never really a destination. You know, people say, well, I want to do this by the time I'm 30, and if I don't, I'm just going to give up on it. Like, just, you never know. I mean, you know, I say like Denzel Washington and Sam Jackson, a lot of these guys didn't really make their big hits until they were in their 30s, the late 30s and 40s. And so if you have a dream and you really, you know, want to put the work in, just keep pushing forward. So that's
Never too late, right?
That's right. You got to believe in that.
Cedric, thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Now, again, the season premiere of The Neighborhood is Monday, September 23rd, 8 p.m. on CBS. We'll have much more information on our website, cbsnewyork.com.